Squad.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Geek Squad.
A very good evening to you. It's a few minutes after 7, yes, and apologies for the late start. I know you guys miss us. We miss you too, considering that there's been Champions League back to back and pushed us off the radio for a while. We tried to come, to you via social media, but yeah, we know how the expense tracking apps have told us that data costs have really gone up and people are spending so much on data. So we're looking at how we can help you as the geeks that we are to consume our content while saving on data. So with that, I'm sure you probably know which show this is. Joy Geek Squad on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Kobe Spiking Chrome. I'm here with Winston and Michael, and we're here to talk tech as always on a Tuesday when there's no football.
That caveat was good.
Yeah. So guys, welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been.
Yeah, too long.
Yeah, 2 weeks long.
Yeah.
It's been only 2 weeks.
It has been. It feels so long.
Yeah,
Hasn't
it feels so
long. Feels like months.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today we want you guys, there's a lot of things going on and on and on the internet, and there's a lot of news that some people need confirmation on, that some people need verification on. So if we don't tell you, it doesn't mean it's probably not in the news. Maybe you've heard it somewhere, you need confirmation. We want you to get interactive with us. Send us a WhatsApp 055 1111 997 055 111 997 055 111 997. What have you heard in the tech news since we've been away that you need clarification, verification on? What do you need to understand more about? What have you heard? Send us a WhatsApp. Let's get interactive. It's Geek Squad, and I'm going to just straight up hand the baton to Winston to hit us with the news.
Yeah, so I'm guessing we're going to be doing a lot of news today. So first off, yes, I can confirm to you that OpenAI has launched a free ChatGPT app for iOS only, and it's currently only running in the US. They do promise to release it on Android soon enough, but typically when these AI chatbots start off, they start off in the US and then they expand. So yes, if you heard that there's a ChatGPT app, remember previously we said there was nothing like that, but now
there's an app.
exists,
there's an
but
actual
it is
app,
only in the US for now. So
and
if you
only
see-
on iOS.
Yeah, so if you see it in your Android app store in Ghana here, please.
Somebody
There's
will chop
something
your
amiss.
money.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the first in the news. Do you guys have any thoughts?
Well, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
I was wondering why would it take them so long to convert a web application to an app.
What I'm more interested in is which of the Apple App Store protocols it was able to pass, or I'm sure it's the App Store protocols that made it take so long to come live. But the most important question is, what is Apple's play in this AI chatbot space?
Yeah, what's Apple going to be doing?
Yes, because let's be honest, maybe you guys haven't noticed this, but we have. Ever since Apple became privacy focused, Siri has not been great.
Siri has gotten dumber and dumber
Yes,
and
it
dumber.
has not. Okay, it hasn't gotten dumber and dumber, but compared to the competition,
Yeah, that's what I mean. When your classmates are progressing and you are still in class 3, you haven't gotten dumber, but you're not looking smarter.
you're not improving.
So everybody's going to be like, yeah, you are the dumbest in the class, and
Yeah.
you are still becoming the dumbest. Everybody's passing you. Look at when this one came. They just came. No, they've come to pass you. That's what your parents will be saying to you.
Yeah.
So yes, Siri, that's what we are saying to you.
Yeah.
We're getting dumber and dumber.
So the reason why this is the case is because Apple's privacy by design tells you that they don't take any data from you. They don't steal any of your data. So in that vein, they are unable to train Siri based on a lot of data. They say all data exchanges are localized. They are on device. But you need a large compendium of data to be able to train some of these things for them to do better. So we are looking forward to and wondering what Apple's response to this, or would they wait 5 years and then give it a very elaborate name and then say they did it best?
By 5 years, then Charlie, they missed the ball, man.
Yeah.
So I don't think they'll wait that long. I did see a news story online about Apple venturing into AI. So we live to see.
Yeah, we live to see what spectrum or what angle. But as always, we should ask our resident
Apple user,
Believe me,
Michael,
what am I coming to add to this conversation now?
your perspective.
as an insider. Do you have
Yes,
any information?
appleinsider.com.
Apple Insider.
Well,
Aren't you inside Apple's ecosystem?
I mean, okay, from inside Apple's ecosystem, in the biggest quotation marks I can find. I mean, yeah, like you said, they've shifted they shifted to being more privacy focused. So they are not really consuming as much data. But then the thing is, they do a lot of their own data churning on their own servers and then transmit it out. Look at picture cutout and editing that iOS recently started doing, that now Google's doing in Google Photos with their new AI. It's not as good as the Google one, but it's still the same basic technology. I mean, like you said, we live to see. We don't know just yet where they are going with this AI thing, because it's quite difficult for them. They need data. They don't have the traditional data we'd expect. They have a lot of data, but not the traditional data you expect to make AIs work. But then, like you also said, Apple could really pull an apple and then use the data in a way people don't really expect.
Or maybe buy the data from someone else.
Likely. And I know it's all we can expect. I mean, it's not as if it's beyond them. They buy a lot of data from the tech giants, exchange data with each other all the time.
Yeah.
So it's not unlikely to see that when the time comes, they will simply... And one thing we can be sure is that whatever they do, Apple will make it look like they invented it from scratch.
They invented the wheel.
And it will be solely to their benefit, like the rest of the world doesn't exist in a way that...
Don't even talk about anybody else doing it.
Nope.
Say, we looked and we found.
You know, that's it. They boss my brain be the charts with the numbers.
Hey.
It is 37.53% better. I'm like, bro, how are you running these numbers?
Yeah, they're using ChatGPT.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like it's better than, and you
they will keep going. But they
throw some numbers on.
Who's going to benchmark it?
Exactly why it doesn't matter, because then it was like, oh, they must be like they wouldn't lie to us.
Yeah, they wouldn't lie to us. It must be true.
Well, I don't know which way to pivot. I could either pivot in the direction of Google, because recently Google had a lot of announcements in their Google I/O, or in the vein of exchange of data, we could pivot to Daddy Elon. So let's do Daddy Elon. He has two law related. So first off, Elon Musk's lawyer is currently accusing Microsoft of abusing its access to the Twitter API and is looking to serve Microsoft some lawsuit documents. So if you didn't know, in his quest to make money, he being Daddy Elon, he has made the Twitter API a paid service.
So for those who don't know what the API is,
so those who don't know, an API is basically the fundamentals, like what makes the app work. So if you're a developer, you get access to that to build different things.
So you can connect to it.
Connect to the app live, and then so for those who use things like TweetDeck and stuff like that, the company got the Twitter API and then they made TweetDeck. So Microsoft has been using the Twitter API because in some of Microsoft's apps they have social media management features, and in that vein they have not only the Twitter API for you to be able to track your social media engagement or your company social media engagement there, but there's also Instagram, there's also Facebook. Now that it's a paid service, Daddy Elon says that Microsoft, them no pay last month. So they should pay up. And Microsoft also said that, Daddy Elon also said that Microsoft lied to Twitter because there were 8 other apps that were still running and using the Twitter API that they didn't tell them. So now Elon is asking for a full audit of all Microsoft apps, and also for Microsoft to cough up the money.
Daddy Elon. Oh, Brett.
Yeah, I'm feeling like it's not been as profitable a business venture.
Yeah,
the acquisition. He made it seem like it was going to be the easiest thing. He made it sound like, but you guys must be very stupid. How are you not doing this?
How are you not making money? Look at this platform that you have, and you're not able to monetize it.
And then,
see, that's why you say when you're not there, don't shout.
Yeah.
You see your neighbor. The grass is not always greener on the other side. You're sitting there in your Tesla and your SpaceX and your boring company thinking that, oh, that's a fun company.
Yeah.
Let me go and buy it.
It's very interesting. But
the Tesla that always leaks, the SpaceX that destroys its own launches, and a boring company that still hasn't made a functioning prototype. I mean, yeah, part of course.
On another tangent of a tangent, still time to Daddy Elon, there's a current and uprising worry with electric cars. That is when the batteries combust.
Yeah. Because
apparently fire services across the world are not particularly equipped
for electrical fires
of that nature. So if you guys, any of you know the Grand Tour or the previous Top Gear host, one of them crashed an electric car called the Rimac. And the interesting thing about that accident is that the Rimac combusted autonomously for a whole week.
It was just burning.
It burns. The fire service people turn it off. They go and it burns again because the batteries are it just caused the relay chain reaction. So that's the thing that fire service personnel are facing today, even in America, especially in America. They are saying that, I've forgotten the metrics, but it is almost nearly double the quantity of water required to quench an electrical fire.
It's not just water. You have to use water with a lot of suppressant chemicals. If you use water on its own,
yes,
that is just doubling the disaster.
It's
like using
much
petrol
a conductor.
It's like using petrol to douse a fire. You're just begging for problems.
And even carbon dioxide doesn't necessarily work because the reaction that is causing the fire to start doesn't care about carbon dioxide. Typically, carbon dioxide snuffs out the oxygen, but electric fires, they don't play by those rules. So there was actually a video recently where, to keep the fire from going crazy, it was in a work yard. I think it was in a fitting shop work yard type place. They actually had to put the car in a pool of water and just leave the card there because there was nothing they could do.
Wow.
Yeah, so
They didn't stop it combusting after they pulled it out, though.
it makes me now. I know there are about like 3 or 4 Teslas. In
Ghana.
town. Yeah, in town. So, yeah, something to think about if you are one
Tesla
of the
owner.
owners of these cars. Especially considering the heat in Ghana. It's
Please
very hot in
don't
Ghana.
don't kill my i8 dreams.
You have
It's a hybrid.
Yeah, but I still have batteries in there.
Yeah, you have a petrol engine in there. You'll be fine.
That's even worse.
Yeah, if it
Like
ignites.
if ignites, you have a bomb, you're sitting on the one, it goes kaboom. Well, we haven't heard of any i8 fires.
We've not really heard of hybrid fires. So I think
that was that song that I put in the group chat. Glory, glory.
One hell of a way to die. So, before you continue, I think a lot of our users would like to know that WhatsApp has introduced a feature that lets you edit sent messages. A feature that has existed
here we go again.
on Telegram forever.
That's why he's saying it, just because it was on Telegram, not because WhatsApp have done it and it's interesting to you, just because it was on Telegram.
It's because, like, why? You see, WhatsApp is becoming the Apple of the messaging platform.
I mean, to even make it, to take it away from your bias, we can also say that
hey, it's not my bias.
it is your bias, but
Continue.
let's continue. Twitter, you have to actually pay money to be able to edit your tweet. You have to be on
Yes,
Twitter
true.
Blue to be able to edit
your
tweets.
tweets.
WhatsApp has brought it to you free of charge. I mean, it's not the same as a tweet,
Yeah.
but
$8 to fix a bar is quite a upsell.
yeah.
So yeah, all you need to do is long press on the send message and choose edits from the menu, but you have to update your WhatsApp. And then once you do that, edited messages will display edited alongside them, which is already on Telegram. So those who are sending the messages know that you have edited it.
Yeah.
Is it available now? Yes, I started rolling out to users globally and will be available to everyone in the coming weeks. So
Keep looking out for it.
is it relevant? Or like, why don't you just delete the message?
To be fair, when it comes to WhatsApp, okay, I mean, chats can be taken out of context. Based on, I mean, for instance, someone screenshots in the chat, it can be taken out of context. And here's the caveat. It's within 15 minutes of you having sent that post
That you can edit.
that you can edit. So there's a 15-minute window. After that, Aka is set in stone, is in the internet, is chilling. So ideally, it is a security feature because they can't make the time more than 15 minutes because that means that I could say something today and then 3 weeks down the line, when I realize that what I said is now becoming a problem, I'll just go and change and be like, look, I didn't say that.
But you edited it.
Yeah, I edited it, but I could use the argument that it's an edit of an edit.
But here's the thing. This is why I like Facebook's approach to this, the edit history, where when you tap on the post, you can see how it started and how it's going and how it's ended.
I guess that is a
That should have been the
approach.
way to go about it. So if you touch it, you can see the edit history.
I guess that's a better approach because if you have absolutely nothing to lose and you're looking to tell the truth and you honestly, genuinely just made a mistake, then people should be able to see what the mistake was and what the change now is. But if you are being shady, you wouldn't want people to see what was there before.
Yeah.
So for those of you who be loose texting, you have 15 minutes to edit here. But it will still show. WhatsApp is a snitch. When you delete something and
right big over there, message deleted. Then the person will ask you, what did you delete? Like, so what
What's the point in deleting?
What's the point in deleting if I'm going to have to explain what I deleted? Anyways, can we check the WhatsApp messages and see what people are saying? And in the meanwhile, so, okay, I've got a couple of messages here. Spiky, I'm cool doing the listening, bro. What's the title of the track you dropped before your introduction? Sounds so good. So that song, it was my producer Abeku. Abeku will play it when we're done. He'll play it again. Abeku, what's the title of the song?
Mirrors.
Oh, Mirrors.
Justin
JT.
Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake, Mirrors.
I remember I was in uni when that song came out.
I want to pretend as though he was talking about the Geek Squad intro soundtrack.
You know, that's why I thought.
Yeah. Well, Nana Kwesi says, Well, it's going to be difficult, but I think it will fall in place with time. Elon is doing the most. Want to befriend him, Bill Gates, Dangote, Kobe Spike. Hey, my name is in the list. Oh, Bill Gates, listen. Guys, my name is being mentioned with Elon, Bill Gates, Dangote, and etc. Forget about etc. My name is there. You need to tap into their business mind ASAP. Now, Chrissy, you know what? Just come. I'll give you all the business tips. As if I have some. See, when I meet these people that you want to meet, I'll invite you and then we all go and get the info from them. But yeah,
dinner with Jay-Z or $5 million. That's effectively what Kobe is offering.
Yes. So, Winston, you can continue with the news.
Okay, so still on Daddy Elon. Daddy Elon has dodged his lawsuits. Now, if you guys remember, avid listeners to the show would know that I talked about a time where the people who had invested in the stocks of Twitter when Elon had said that he'd already gotten a buyer and so many things, and then the stock value went up and then it crashed, all that stuff. Yeah, the judge say they no get case, so case closed. So it's out of court. This happened today about 4 hours ago or so now. So he has won the case, and then we are moving on. Still on Twitter. So Twitter Blue, the one that you pay is $8 for. Yeah, so your $8 now affords you an upload of 2-hour videos. So you can upload 2-hour videos.
That's a movie.
So you know what's interesting about this? It seems like it was in beta or was being tested, because I can be on Twitter, then someone has put a whole movie on Twitter. I'm like, what's going on?
So
here?
Twitter had a Twitter Media Studio for specific users, which allowed them to upload longer videos. Yeah. So for some, you had it. Now
for $8 pay.
That was before Twitter Blue. Now, Dada Elon, like he said, is saying that, you know what, this feature, let's not limit it to verified users, legacy verified users. Let's put a premium price on it.
Yeah.
And yes, they did. Please, you can still send us your WhatsApp messages 055 111 997, 055 11 11 997, 055 111 997.
This 2-hour upload thing is already being abused, and it's such a joy to watch, because already there's a very, very obvious one of now copyright content.
Yes, being Twitter and not having any content ID. Oh my goodness.
Nila has gutted a lot of the moderation teams inside Twitter as well, so there's no one to control or stop these things. So 2 hours of whatever, anyone willing, if you're willing to pay $8, 2 hours of whatever can you put on there, and people are putting all sorts of things online now.
Speaking of moderation, this reminds me of a story I actually wanted to share some weeks ago, but we didn't have the time. So I've forgotten the full details, but this is a synopsis, and I want to hear what your thoughts are. So there's this company in Kenya that served as the moderators for Facebook. They employed people in the country, people around the continent, and these people became moderators on Facebook. Now, the interesting thing is that this company, it seems to be going bust. That is, it is collapsing, and they want to let go of all these moderators without any form of packages like payments service or anything like that. Now, another company is coming to acquire this moderator company since it is folding. But that company insists that they don't want to take the old moderators. So the moderators are taking them to court. Now, the interesting thing, the reason why the moderators are taking them to court is this. Being a moderator on a platform like Facebook is extremely psychologically draining. So one of the plaintiffs for this particular case, he was talking about the fact that he personally has lost all faith in humanity because of the things he's seen on Facebook. Now, a Facebook moderator gets unfiltered access to Facebook. He or she sees everything before you get to see it. Their job is to flag anything that you shouldn't see. So he says he's seen some of the most brutal, lowest moments of humanity, and he has to watch all of this and make sure that it complies with the standards before he can have it flagged and deleted. And now he's saying that he's been doing this for 2 years, and his life has changed because, psychologically speaking, you see humanity in all manner of madness. And now a new company has come to acquire this company, and you just want to lay us off like regular workers. So my question to you guys, and even to you listeners, is that do you think it is fair to lay off moderators of any company just like that? do you think it is fair for moderators to just be let go and told that they should go back into the system? Because if we feel that people who go to war come back being psychologically troubled, you should understand that this is digital warfare to a certain degree, what moderators do. So what do you guys think?
Conversation for another day. I mean, that's the best we can do now, because like that goes down a very deep rabbit hole where we probably have to get Notte in studio to talk about the psychological impacts on people. And it just took my mind somewhere, but then again, like I said, conversation for another day.
Okay.
Benis Abubedu, who's listening, our colleague, she says, why are we bullying Michael, the Apple guy?
But we're not bullying, we're asking for his illustrious insights. He's the only one here. Who else can we ask?
I had an iPhone once.
I still have an iPhone.
Yeah.
See?
But I don't use it. There's no SIM in it. I only use it for Luma AI. Just one app.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Apart from that, I don't use it for anything else. I wouldn't use it for anything else. Anyway, as I was saying. So, Seven, who's listening, says he doesn't know why. He has a feeling that AI is going to fizzle out like NFTs and the metaverse.
So
that's interesting.
Michael, go first.
It's not going to, as much as I would like for it to fizzle out, the benefits are too tremendous to let go of. The fact is this: despite there's a lot of hype going around, there's some experts have said that AI is not as smart as people think it is and give it too much credit, and he's right to a degree. And I will agree with this part. People give current AI a little bit too much credit, but that doesn't mean that the potential isn't there. Now that the genie is out of the bottle and people know that it can get, this is where computing has been going to for thousands of years. So we talk about Moore's law and how machines can process information faster and faster. We are now able to see it happen before our eyes. This is what computers have been designed to do almost from the beginning. Now it's getting to a point where now the everyday man can literally see and understand, computers are smart now, quote unquote, but they've been doing this for not hundreds, but they've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
So we are now getting to a point where it's now, quote unquote, more visible to the public world. But the thing is, despite the hype, the potential is real. And let me say, behind the scenes, aside what is happening in the consumer space, what businesses are now going to do with this information? What businesses and governments and militaries are now going to do with this when they take these AI bases and refine them to suit their needs? We don't know the world that is coming as a result. So as much as I would like for the hype to calm down and then we can move on to more and better things, it's out of the bottle and it's not going anywhere. Even if it fizzles out and we don't talk about it as much anymore,
it's still going to be there.
It's still going to be there in the background. People are really going to make full use of it because you can't not. It's now...
It's become a part of us. It's gradually becoming as ubiquitous as when the internet or the computer.
That's as big. That is a very fair assessment.
That's basically what's happening. So, Winston, what did you want to say?
So for me, the comparison of NFTs to AI is very demeaning to AI because AI has been on the roll for the longest time. It has been in the works, and like Michael said, the benefits, the tangible benefits, not the non-fungible one, very, very tangible benefits of AI on a daily basis is amazing. And because it's so amazing, capitalism's ears are perked up and it's like, hey, we are coming for this.
Yeah.
So there is no way that AI is going to die right now that the genie is out of the bottle until we hit such a massive deadlock. But even before hitting that deadlock, like I think we mentioned in a previous show, Goldman Sachs had predicted that 300 million jobs could be lost just because of AI today, just because of these chatbots that these streets these days. 300 million jobs. Has there ever been any technology that has come and 300 million jobs are at stake? I don't think so. Some people argue that the car, but I don't think there were 300 million people in the world when the car existed.
You mean they went 300 million horses in the protest?
Yeah, you understand? So it's like it is unprecedented. The funniest part about this is that based on another conversation we had on this show, NFTs could be swallowed up by AI because content, what did you call it?
Content ID.
Content ID
wouldn't be swallowed, but NFT technology can help us identify AI produced deepfakes. Can help copyrighted content like music, movies that have been made using somebody's likeness. That can help us track.
Yeah, that's actually what NFTs were intended for. But then this whole hype train of art and assets trading is especially mixed up in the metaverse and others has really muddied the waters for that. So people think NFTs and immediately think of ugly apes and things, but nah, it's so much more than that. It's literally the ability to identify anything.
The original owner of
internet even the origin of anything online. So with that, like you combine that with AI's development now, eventually when they start meshing, they won't stop deep fakes, but it will be
help us reduce the risks of deep fakes.
But interesting enough, this content ID and AI conversation, it's already a conversation at the table and ties into the next series of news that we'll be talking about.
So WhatsApp messages. Wisdom from Kaswa said, on the topic of features are performed by the neural engine in their chips, from removing backgrounds from photos, identifying items in photos, etc., to keyboard dictation and capabilities of the Magnify app for accessibility purposes, to the recently announced accessibility features, especially live speech, are all done on device. So I think the approach will always be in that direction. That's Wisdom from Kaswa with the wisdom.
Wise words from Wisdom.
Fair? Yeah, that's fair.
So, Douglas from DC, Honorable Chairman Kobe Spiking Chroma, Michael Winston, and your producer. When is my Google Pixel 5a coming in? ChatGPT calls for AI regulations. Can you guys throw more light on that? Sure, Douglas, we will do exactly that. And Nana KCA says, and don't you think the benefits or danger is solely dependent on how the AI is manipulated?
You used to have said the same thing for us.
The danger of AI is very, very, it's a very hidden danger, because now philosophers have come into the mix. They are saying that today we don't understand what human intelligence is. Nobody today can fully thoroughly explain what human intelligence is. And if you've had a child in your house or a baby in your house, you've seen the progression of lack of awareness to awareness. The difference between that is just acquisition of knowledge and experience. That's how AI are being trained. So what shows us that these AI won't get sentient tomorrow because they have enough information. So that's some of the reasons why the ChatGPT boss and some of the other tech guys are saying that, we need to relax.
Yeah, we need to really understand, because there's also been concerns that there's some parts of AI that even the creators do not understand. And they've even tried to let the AIs explain that part that they don't understand to them in language, and they still don't get it.
Yeah. Because simple ways, like when you are doing prompt engineering, which is when you're asking these chatbots questions, I've seen people who have asked questions of these chat. I mean, some of you have seen some of the simple ones where they told ChatGPT that a certain word is how this language says hello, and it believed them. Cool, that's basic stuff. There are some people who have been able to break the chatbot and then go and do crazy,
beyond the limits it's been set.
The limits you, the creator, set. What goes to show that the AI won't be like, I can actually do this, and then start writing its own code
and doing it conspicuous.
Yes, exactly.
And this is even in the case where we are using current AI models. There's nothing to stop someone from saying, OpenAI, I have their old neural network designs when it was actually open source. Why don't I take that and develop my own personal AI to run on my own servers, making your own servers not as difficult as you think it is.
Yep. Yeah. And giving it access to the full internet.
Yep. To learn from
including the dark web.
Including the dark. And that's even in the case where you just want a more general AI. And that's nothing to say, you know what, I want an AI that is specifically targeted to learn, understanding finance or mechanical engineering. So okay, and you don't know what and that's the thing. It's a tool, and it's a very, very powerful tool. And as with powerful tools, you wouldn't give you wouldn't give your car tools to your 5-year-old child, unsupervised. I would add, or you wouldn't
at all.
At all in some cases, but that's because you understand the danger that look, they will not know what they're doing with this, and they could easily hurt themselves. But then at the same time as well, if someone is angry with you on the streets and shouting at you, you will not then pass him that same tool. Yeah, he understands how to use it, but in that state of mind, you do not think that he won't use it at you. He will use it on you. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. With these AI, what is the next intention of whoever decides to pick them up? It could be for good. I mean, we saw with the Google AI I/O announcements a while ago where they were talking about AI was used to develop new ways of
clinical
diagnosis and treatment. So like, yeah, that's for the good of humanity, but that's not to say that someone else hasn't taken this AI thing and like, okay, what can I use at the best we can hope for? And here's the thing, all we can do now is hope.
Yeah. Well, the same thing with, as I always say, when the knife was invented, nobody thought it was going to be a murder weapon.
Yeah, because someone say, okay,
it's used in surgery, it's used in the kitchen, it's used to kill.
Precisely. Exactly that.
So I'm going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll read the rest of your messages and I'll do tech jargon. As my producer just warned me not to forget. We'll be right back.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home. Shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is. Where the passion is. Where the laughter is. And sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
And we're back. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. So before we went on a commercial break, we were talking about AIs, and I got a message from Maximus, a friend of the show, Maximus Ametogo. He's the CEO of Pop Out, and he says, the scariest thing is that the whole world is raising AIs and not just the trained few. It takes a village to raise a child, but it's taking the world to train AIs. He's enjoying the sessions, and he said, it will mature eternally. So yes,
yeah,
we wait to see.
You know, it's very interesting that he uses that exact word because in my Google Bard course that I finished putting together finally, I actually say the exact same line, that we are training this thing on a global scale. But to add to the content ID things, safely, I think Google is the best when it comes to this AI stuff. They are playing it very safe.
Yeah.
Google, during the Google I/O, they talked about how some of their AI platforms like Imagine, which they haven't released yet, Music LM, which I think you will love. I've gotten access to it. It's very, very interesting to use. All these things will come with content ID, so that it can determine that you are the one who specifically made it. So I feel like Google has been playing this game.
I mean, Google has been a godfather of AI for a while.
Yeah. You know an interesting thing about Music LM? So I use prompt engineering to be able to tell the Google Bard to break down a song's beats into its key component, and it's able to do that. Then after that, I tell it that put all this beat key component into a sentence that I can put into another AI to produce the same thing. When you put it in and it identifies that you are trying to make a song like this song, it doesn't do it.
Interesting.
It will, for copyright reasons, it will never do it. As long as you write, let's say, like
copy this one,
you write this 104 beats per second, snares, blah blah blah, like Daddy Lumber's Abewa, it won't do it again. It won't do it again.
So Today's tech jargon buster is bookmark. This week's tech word is bookmark. So bookmark is a web browser feature used to save URL links for future reference. So those of you who try to memorize links so that you won't forget it, or you send it as an email to yourself, you could have just bookmarked it. The bookmark is usually a small, flag with a notch at the base. It's in every browser. You can save links so that you can come to it later. And you can even organize them in folders. You can organize depending on your browser. You can organize them specifically based on which topic, based on which websites. So you can visit them anytime and you never lose them. Even on Twitter, you can bookmark tweets. Yeah. I'm sure if one day there's an exploit that releases people's tweets bookmarks. I was going
to say, I don't want that.
There was this time where when Twitter Blue was coming out, someone said that, they will show everybody's likes and bookmarks and stuff. And people were like, who is it again?
So, Mamle from Cantonment said, good evening, guys. You need to subscribe to Twitter Blue to be able to listen to audios and watch videos uploaded by a Twitter Blue subscriber.
As far as I know, no.
No.
Yeah, so long as you are following the person, you get.
Sometimes
and you don't need to follow the person, because the Twitter Blue preferential, the $8 you are paying for, it gives you preferential treatment. They feed your information to the public more than other people.
So Wisdom from Castle again says, if we begin to look at AI as a tool rather than a potential personality, some of our fears will die down.
Yes, that is true. But the issue is that we don't understand how personalities come into being. So we can't really tell. But at the end of the day, it is a tool and everybody needs to learn how to use it. Once you know how to use it, you'll be less afraid of it.
Yes. So with that, we're bringing the show to a close. Thank you very much, all you, for sending messages. And yeah.
We have 3 minutes. Oh, okay.
So, Wisdom, yes, call me Wisdom. Winston.
Yeah.
Do you have one more story for us before we wrap up?
One more story for you. Yes, Google has released its Google Fold.
Yes.
Google has finally released a foldable phone. Thoughts? I don't care.
I want the Pixel. Also, I'm not Douglas.
So, Dan in Accra says, good evening. Please, I gave points to ChatGPT to write, and it created content for my book. If I publish this book, will I be in trouble?
So, I talk about this in my my Google Bard class, actually. But the good thing about this AI stuff is that they can create potentially original ideas because they know so much that they can pick from so many multiple fields to give you an idea. What you have to do is do the due diligence. As with everything, it's possible that someone has written the same sentence somewhere on the internet, and if you publish it and then they come and catch you. So do your due diligence and find out if this exact sentence the way
is original. If the content is original.
I mean, most of us wrote our thesis and we know how that went. If you are writing and they come what turn it in catches you, you have to do the work all over again. So do your due diligence. But at the end of the day, there are people who have sold books. People are making money on Amazon from ChatGPT. They've written books using ChatGPT and they are selling it. So just do your due diligence and feel free.
So shout outs to Araba and Fidelity Bank. She's a fan of the show, so thank you for listeing to us. And
nice. Today which branch, please? So if I come, I go skip the queue.
hey,
Oh, okay. Correct. Sorry. Yeah.
Today's Lloyd's birthday, so shout out to our brother. Our big brother Lloyd Ashley.
I'm Daddy.
Yes. Come and give us Nish chocolate spread.
He's the MD of Nish Coco and CEO of Ash Motors. Yeah. And basically the glue that holds the automotive, culture in Ghana together.
Patron states of internal combustion. We salute you, say.
Yeah. Now our time is up.
Lloyd is important for this.
Thank you to everyone for listening. My name is Kobe Spike and Crow. I've been doing this with Winston and Michael, and produced by Prince Safo and Abeku Sankofi, with Crispy handling the stream on the back.
Shout outs to Dennis Fairboy.
Yeah. And Oliver. Oh, it's not Crispy. Crispy, sorry.